Friday, right? It's Friday. I'm so turned around right now. I have no idea. I think it's Friday, right? Let me make sure my watch is right. They've been tripping on my steps, man. They've been cheating me on my steps, y'all. And you got to make every step count. Uh, Make sure we're right, man. Hopefully, everyone's having a blessed one. Hopefully, everyone is up in the AM, going after the goals, trying to make things happen, man. Big things in 2025, right? So big things in 2025. Let's go out there and make things happen. I watch way too tight, man. Gotta get right, man. Because I felt like past few days, it really hasn't been tracking my steps right. It's been cutting me off halfway through. They've been shorting me on some of my steps. So we got to go ahead and get right. All right, boom, let's walk and talk, man. So top of the morning, man, we talk, man. Happy Friday. Like I said, hopefully everyone is getting up, being active, going after your goals in 2025, man, not selling yourself short, right? And locking in, man. I feel like for me personally, I like the new year, right? I like the new year because it's like a brand new season, right? Like a new football season. Mick, what's going on with you, bro? Good morning, good morning. It's like a new football season, right? Like, if you're a football fan, when the season's over, new season start, everyone's 0-0, right? So I feel like when it's New Year, everyone's 0-0. All the stuff that I did and accomplished last year, it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. Now, it matters to help build a foundation, but no one's going to care about last year's wins. You see what I'm saying? PPC, what's going on? Good morning, bro. Sis Sadiqa, good morning, sis. Yeah, top of the morning, man. So no one's going to care about what you did last year. It's about what you do now, what you do moving forward, right? So if you messed up last year, no one cares, right? Move forward, right? If you had a crazy successful year last year, no one cares, move forward, man. So for me, it's kind of rewarding. It's like, okay, you accomplished a lot, Tuck, last year, but do it again, do it better, right? Just like you expect from your football players. Let's say CeeDee Lamb had 1,000 yards, whatever, 1,200 yards last year, and he comes out and puts out 500. What are people going to say? Oh, he wasn't as good as he was last year. He fell off last year, right? So let's not have that mindset. Let's go out there, and if you had a good year last year, let's stack it. If you had a bad year, let's improve it, right? And lock in, focus, and finishing the whole year strong, man. But yeah, man, salute to everyone in the chat. Last night was fun, man. So if you guys didn't see, I went live with Dez Bryant. Great conversations, man. And the one thing I'll say about Dez that I really like is that not only is he genuine, but he's honest and he's open. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's a very honest and open person. And I like that about him. I've been talking to him for years before we even kind of had our relationship and our partnership. About, you need to be on camera more, right? He needs to be on camera more, but he kind of has this thing where he can't do this, right? He talked to me after the show last night. He was like, Tuck, I don't know how you just jump on camera and just go. He was like, I can't do it. Like, I can't. I was like, bro, you're perfectly fine, right? It's just building the confidence. He's like, nah, man. He's like, I see what you do. It's just amazing. But I was like, I've been doing this for 4 to 5 years. This is my 5th year doing this. So for me, it's just second nature. Like, I just press the button, go live, and just go. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday before I did the Dez Bryant show, I did 4 shows before that, before I even went on camera with him. So I just naturally have it where it doesn't even bother me. Like, sometimes I forget the camera's even going. You know what I'm saying? So plus, I know the support that I have in the community with y'all watching. It's just like me just talking to my people. You know what I'm saying? So there's no pressure. There's no really nothing to it. It's just me talking to my people. But, he really doesn't feel comfortable on camera, but we're going to get him there. But, yesterday was major, man, because I'll tell you guys, he don't do interviews. He doesn't like doing interviews. He did like the Pivot podcast, and he did the thing with I Am an Athlete, right? But Dez doesn't like doing interviews, right? So for him to be open to sit down with me and talk ball and talk about a lot of different things, it's kind of monumental, right? And we getting them right. Yeah, my brother, I have a question that has been bothering me for some time now. Go ahead and ask. Go ahead and ask this. So yeah, so it's just one of those things kind of monumental. One hand bandit, what's going on? Good morning, bro. Good morning. But I'm gonna be fully transparent with y'all. Like I said, we are family, right? It's a lot of y'all. I've been knowing y'all since I like Sadiqa and One Hand Bandit. Like I've been talking to y'all since I pretty much started this channel, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. But it's like I'm seeing a lot of things, y'all, in our community that I honestly just don't like, man. And I don't know if I even want to be a part of it. Not be a part of our community, but it's just like, it's just frustrating where I see how some of these media people treat these athletes, bro. Like it's just, I don't know. I really just don't like it. It gives me a sick feeling. You see what I'm saying? What's up, CB? What's going on with you, bro? Like I just kind of see things like, and it's not just a Zeke thing. It's just a consistency of shitting on great Cowboys players, bro. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I just don't like it, man. And I see people who just do it constantly, whether it's for clicks, whether it's for this, whether it's for that. They create lazy narratives. There's no work being put in. Why is no one talking about Josh Butler? He is still on the team. Sis, he tore his ACL, remember? So he's injured. He's going to be out probably for a majority of next year because he tore his ACL. He had a knee injury. That's probably why. Yes, he tore his ACL. Remember, like I said, he had that big game. And I think I did the film session on him. And the next game, he tore his ACL. So once again, we can have good things. But getting back to it, it's just like, I see a lot of laziness, man. And, I kind of expressed my feelings about it on Twitter yesterday. But it's like, I'll say this. When I was on the other side of the table, and I was just like you guys, right? I was just a fan, Cowboys fan, going to work and, paying attention, but not really paying attention, right? I had trusted media people who I would rely on, right? So a lot of people know Patrick Nosey Walker, right? But Patrick Nosey Walker wasn't a media guy. He was just a blogger, right? And you had, Katie Drummond. So you kind of had those guys. But I'm talking like the main reporters, right? And so I used to rely heavily on their expertise, their journalistic integrity, right? To kind of get my Cowboys news. But then I started to realize it's not what it seems, right? It's not like it started seeming a little funny for me, right? So eventually, I was just on the other side of the table with you guys where I would ask them questions, I would get no response, right? I would want to interact with them, I would get no response, whether that was 105.3 The Fan, whether that was, some of the media writers or whatever, right? Ask them good questions. Like the stuff that you guys see me doing really isn't new. You see what I'm saying? But I would ask logical questions and I would never get a response, right? So then boom, 2020 happens kind of out of a whim. And, Skywalker still puts me on the show. The rest is history. I started growing my following, right? So I made it my duty and my brand to not be one of those Cowboys guys who didn't respond to people, who didn't interact, who didn't, that, right? But what I'm realizing is a lot of those people who I looked up to, it's not what it seems. You see what I'm saying? And I guess for me, it's frustrating because it's like, bro, I get it. We have content creators to do a phenomenal job, but it's like, why are y'all being so lazy with things? Why are y'all just attacking players and saying so-and-so sucks and he's trash and he's garbage and he can't do this. He's washed and, he's lazy. Like, why is our credential media doing this to our own players? Like, this shit makes no fucking sense to me, y'all. And it's nasty. It's disgusting. And I don't want to be a part of it. And when I call these people out, the problem is they have a big enough fan base where they have enough zombies to come attack. So they get away with it. They get away with this shit. And it's just filthy, right? It's just filthy that you could be someone who's never played the game at that level, right? Don't really know these people, but you can just say shit about them, bag on them. Who cares? It's just crazy to me how that happens in the mindset of some of these people who just want to tear down our players, just tear them down for no reason, Micah Parsons has been an all-pro, been a Pro Bowler. He hasn't been arrested. He has had no off-the-field issues. He has done nothing but go to practice every day, play hard, try to help his Cowboys team win, go home to his family and kids, and do a podcast in the free time once a week, right? But because of that, he has become the number one villain in Dallas. Ezekiel Elliott, right? Drafted in 2016. I didn't want the pick, right? But be that as he may, phenomenal player, one of the best running backs in the first 4 years of his career, held out, got paid. We know the story, right? But Zeke has played hurt. He's played sick. He's played on one leg, done all sorts of stuff. And we treat Zeke like he's the worst human on the fucking planet right now. You see what I'm saying? Dak Prescott, underdog story, 4th round pick, has had so many different family situations and losses, but for some reason, he continues to fight, put his best foot forward, battle injuries, battle adversity, and people treat him like he's the worst fucking person on the planet. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it, and it doesn't make sense to me. Like, these are the people that are good players, right? But see, it's just like, I don't know. We all knew, okay, was Zeke 2016, Zeke play any football, right? We all know sometimes what Micah is trying to say on his podcast, but we want to spin it and make him a villain. It's just, I don't know, y'all. And it's hard for me to say it without saying it, but there's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes with our media members. If y'all really knew, it would make you fucking disgusting. Maybe I'll say it one day, maybe I won't. But there's a lot of things that goes on behind the scenes. It's disgusting. But I'm watching the slaughterhouse. I see how they interact. I see the thing covering the team. Now, some people who do a fantastic job, right? So, I feel like Nick Eatman does a good job. Nick Harris does a good job. Patrick Nosey Walker does a good job. That's kind of, Clarence tries, not to Trent, Clarence, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, who's the people who just cover the team, right? Oh, Kyle Yeoman, people like that, where it's not all about the big shock value, the big. I feel like what's happening is traditional media is seeing content creators, and they want to have a splash too, right? They want to have a splash too, and it's just like, you got to hold yourself in accordance differently. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like some of the things that I see, it's just like, it's disgusting to me, man. And I get frustrated I get sick of it. That's my cat, man. Um, I get sick of it, kinda, because the players don't deserve that. It's really easy to say, hey, X player is playing well, or hey, X player is playing bad, but here's how we can improve it, right? But it's just like, I don't know, so and so sucks. He's garbage. He doesn't deserve to be in the NFL anymore. He's trash. Move on, Tuck. Get over it. He's washed. The audacity for you to say someone's washed when even if they're washed, they are still 90% a better athlete than you'll ever be in your life. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy to me. And then when athletes turn on their podcast and fire back and speak their truth, now everybody wants to play victim. Now it's shut up and play football. Well, hold on. You went on your media outlets, your radio shows, your blogs, your newspapers, and wrote all this villainous shit about me that wasn't true. And me, the player, if I tweet something, I'm wrong. If I go on a podcast and defend myself, I'm wrong, right? No, it's not going to work that way. So I commend these players for going out there and defending themselves. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry, but not everyone who makes Cowboys videos are content creators to me. You, Tuck, and the others, few real creators. Others are haters and wannabes. No, for real. Facts, bro. Salute to DMV, man. CB, that's a perfect thing, right? Perfect segue, right? So what has happened? I think, right? Just from me looking from a different view, right? When I came into this game in 2020, it was Skywalker still, Big Game James, Law Nation, Mark Holmes, Shango. Those are kind of the ones I really follow, even though Vach and Foots were kind of doing their thing, right? But they were up here, right? And so the mountaintop, West Coast, the mountaintop looked so high for me coming into this game. I was like, I don't know if I can ever reach that. That is high. You know what I'm saying? To try to do that, what those guys do, that is extremely high, right? So what I had to do is every day put my best foot forward and work, right? I didn't have it all at the beginning. I didn't start off doing film, right? I didn't start off producing fancy shows, and I didn't have the best thumbnails and the graphic, and I didn't have the best equipment, right? I didn't have any of that, right? But every day, I was putting my best foot forward to say maybe, just maybe, one day I can reach that. Maybe one day I could be on the late night hype. Or maybe, it's funny, I saw this because every year I write down my goals. You know what I'm saying? Every day I write down my goals. My goals coming into the content world, it's funny, I saw them, was like, do a show with Law Nation, do a show with West Coast, do a show, with Mark Holmes. That was my major goals. I accomplished that quickly. It was super quick, right? But I knew I had to work on myself and become my own voice and my own entity, right? It's like an NBA All-Star game or the Pro Bowl game, right? You can be at the Pro Bowl, but you have to be dominant on your own team. See what I'm saying? So I had to work and build myself up to that platform, and it took years to get there. Every year I was working on something different, whether it was film, whether it was the draft. I didn't come in the game, the draft game. I didn't come so every year I was working on my craft to build ultimately what you see today, right? But what is happening right now is they see a Jake Tuck, they see a Varch, they see a Law, they see, the pillars, the DMVs, the Romes, the Cowboys fan talks. They see that and say, you know what? That's too much work. That is too much work. I can't reach that, bro. And I'm not going to reach it anytime soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make hateful, junk food, lunchable ass content, take the percentage of the Cowboys fans that don't know any better, and just roll with them, and I'll get to 7,000, maybe 8,000 subscribers, whatever, quickly, because I'm giving them junk food, tossing out candy in the streets, right? And then now I feel adequate enough that I'm one of those, right? And I think that's the problem, is that everybody right now is just wanting the shortcut. Nobody's really wanting to work. I don't want to say nobody, right? There are people who want to work, man. Lou Takes, JC, I'm trying to think of people came after me. Landlord, Henny, Stargazer, Dak Attack. Those people are really putting in the work, right? But I see a bunch of laziness trying to shortcut shit to get to that level, right? They're looking at shortcuts, right? But I understand, man, when you take shortcuts, not everything is sustainable. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is sustainable when you take these shortcuts, when you're out there buying views. You know what I'm saying? You're out there doing all this crazy stuff to make that yourself feel adequate. At the end of the day, I don't need any of that, right? Strip it all away, right? If you strip my channel away from me today, at the end of the day, can you sit down and talk football against me? That's what it comes down to. Do you love this team? Do you know this team? And can you talk ball? All the extra shit doesn't matter. Strip it away, right? But that's why you will go on Twitter and you'll see anytime someone disagrees with Jay Tuck, they got a tweet. Anytime someone disagrees with Jay Tuck, they got a fucking tweet. A tweet. They'll retweet me. They will retweet me 1,000 times about how bad Zeke is. They will tweet me 1,000 times about how horrible Micah is. But not one of them will ever send me a link and sit down on camera and go bar for bar, toe to toe with me. Because they know. They know it's different. You have never seen me on any of those people's channels. Ever. Ever. Not once. Not once. Not once. Because they know when you have to sit down on a channel with Law Nation, when you have to sit down on a show with Boss Cowboy or DMV or Rome or West Coast, people who do not bend the knee, you have to come with your shit correct. You have to. I'm not going to say, oh, I agree, that's a good take. No, I'm going to say that's a bad take. Here are the numbers to counter your whole argument. Right? So those people, they'll tweet me to death. They'll tweet me. Right? Disagree with Tuck on Twitter, but they're not once ever going to send a link. Right? So that's my frustration. I just see the game, the Cowboys community is getting watered down, and there's people who are in this for self-intent, and it's not about the improvement of the team. It's not. It's not. If me and Boss Cowboy have a disagreement, guess what? Me and Boss Cowboy are going live in front of y'all and talking it out. You see what I'm saying? If me and DMV might have a disagreement on a draft prospect, hey, bro, let's just go live, right? Me and Rome, me and West Coast, hey, let's just go live. Like in our community, when we have disagreements behind the scenes, we just go live. We just go live. You know? We just go live. What is wrong with y'all links? Do y'all StreamYards not work? Do y'all OBSs not work? Do y'all Restreams not work? Right? But see, what happens is they want to disagree with me on Twitter because heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? They are trying to smear Jay Tuck on Twitter because they think that's where I get my power from. Listen, I don't get my power from Twitter. I don't even like Twitter, to be honest with y'all, right? They think, oh, if I can make an example out of Jay Tuck on Twitter, then that will stop some of y'all. You know, how is that? How is that? If I embarrass Jay Tuck on Twitter, that will stop the next Lou Takes, right? If I can embarrass Jay Tuck on Twitter, that will stop the next JC. That will stop the next Landlord. That will stop the next Stargazer, right? That will mute their voices because we are becoming a nuisance because we're making people work. But fun fact, you can't chop the head off, bro. You can't. You can't. I can go on Instagram right now and get shit popping. Hell, TikTok loves me. I just don't love them back, right? So it's just about these people who want to huddle up, get comfortable, and spew out bullshit to their community and don't want to be held responsible. And then when you hold them responsible, I'm the bad guy, right? But Jay-Z has said this quote, dark night feeling, die and be a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. So let's put a smile on that face, right? I don't have to be here buddy with everybody for content. I can hit DMV right now. DMV is right now showing support to my channel. He ain't got to do that. He right here showing love. Rome shows love. Boss shows love. Law shows love. Big Game James show love. West Coast show love. Lou shows love. Nick shows love, right? We show love. Okoye shows love, right? Sky shows love, right? But some of you people, I don't ever see you showing no love. I see you when you want to disagree. I see when you want to disagree with Tuck, you're all on the timeline. But when it's time to share a video, like a video, come on a super show, retweet, repost, I don't ever see none of y'all. But when you want to disagree, you got all the time in the world, right? It's like if we're having a picnic, it's the people that don't want to bring nothing to the picnic or to the cookout, but come and take 4 plates and dip early. That's what's happening right now. We're doing all the cooking. They come, they show face. Everyone says, "Ow, so happy you came. Ow, so happy you came." They ate 4 or 5 plates, took 2 home, and didn't bring shit to the table. And here we are left cleaning up everything after. You see what I'm saying? So it's just frustrating. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of shit's about to change when it comes to me and this community starting today, right? Starting today, right? So, it just is what it is, man. But I think y'all need to start being more aware because like I said, after Sunday, it's gonna get bad. They're gonna start lying about players, lying about this, lying about that, doing all this because it's the off season, there's no real news, and it's gonna be hard for them to stay afloat. My bad, bro. My bad. Sorry, I'm an Eagles fan, man. We welcome all Eagles fans. We got a bunch of Eagles fans here in the morning, man. So y'all welcome as long as y'all act according, man. I show love to my Cowboys creators. Facts, Adika. You always see it, right? You always see we show love in our community. I'm on DMV show. DMV's on my show. I watch Lou. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I watch West Coast. I'm watching my brothers and sisters, right? It's not just about me. It's about us as a community, right? But not a lot of people are doing that. There's some people who claim to be content creators. Y'all haven't seen them once ever in my chat. You see what I'm saying? I haven't seen them once in my chat. You haven't seen them in I'm sure DMV can say I never seen those people in this chat either. I'm sure Rome could probably say he's never seen those people in their chat either, right? So like I said, they're coming to the cookout. They want to eat. They want to make 2 to 3 plates, full plates. The ones you got to put a double plate because if not, your shit will bend. The paper plates being, the double plates. They come and making double plates, taking everything, and then dipping. All right, I see y'all later. I mean, damn, you're not going to help me carry the grill back to the truck, bro? You're not going to help me take the mac and cheese back to the car? You're not going to help me carry the cooler back, bro? You're not going to do nothing? I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. So that's kind of me just getting my morning rant while I walk, but it's some shit that I saw yesterday that pissed me off. And I called him on the phone, straight up, so I don't like this shit. And I know some people are like, well, Tuck, don't do that because he's so-and-so. These people are not so-and-sos to me. They're so-and-sos to y'all. To me, they are people who cover the Cowboys just like me and you. JV, what's going on, bro? Now, getting over to the Cowboys, right? There's going to be some tough decisions that needs to be made this offseason. And I'm not really sure how they're going to go about it. And salute to my guy, Dominic White, man. Huge shout out to you, Dom, for the support that you showed yesterday. That means a lot, man. DMV, that means a lot.
Sadiqa means a lot. I mean, fuck it, let's talk about it. Whatever. Maybe the Dez Bryant is coming out at me today, right? Pause if you want to, right? I went live with Dez Bryant, like I said, who doesn't do interviews at all, right? As a content creator from Kansas City, who started off in the basement of his own house on a 2012 MacBook, sat down and did an interview with Dez Bryant, right? I saw DMV there. I saw Rome there. I saw Sadiqa there. I saw Lou there. I saw Dom there. And I might be forgetting one. My guy Stephen Mack was there. Bugs was there, right? Where was the fucking support from the community? Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? There was no Thursday night football game last night. Where was it? Where was the support from the community? I didn't see it. Y'all probably didn't see people sharing it. Y'all didn't people saying, yo, check in, tap in. Y'all didn't see any of that, right? You didn't see any of that, right? You didn't see it. It probably came from the people that I mentioned, but it ain't come. A monumental moment for the Cowboys content space. Where was the support? It wasn't there. It wasn't there. But I promise you guys, this is J-Tuck villain mode. I don't fucking need it. I don't want it. Don't share my shit no more, bro. Don't share my shit no more at all. There's no more super shows. There's no more none of that. Don't share my shit no fucking more, bro. Don't share it. Where was the support for the community? This is one of your own. This is me you're talking about. The one who sacrificed and done shows. I'm doing shows at 5 a.m. for our community, right? Where was the support? Where was the, yo, run it up? Yo, pull up right now. Yo, I can't tap in. Where was it? But when it's time for me to promote shit, I get, hey, Tuck, can you tweet this for me? Hey, can you do this? Can you do that for me? Can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? And I'm always dropping and stopping what I'm doing to help others. Where was the support yesterday? Where was it? Monumental moment. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because them people got fake access, bro. Because I did something that can't be done. These other shows, I know because I work with Dez's personnel team and his management team, right? They've been reaching out for him. He's not doing no interviews. He's not going on those shows. But I did that. I have worked my ass off and built a foundation and a name on my own to where one of the best wide receivers in NFL history who doesn't did interviews felt comfortable enough to sit down and talk with one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? One of y'all, and where was the support? I don't need it though. I don't need it. I don't want it anymore, bro. It's not genuine. It's not sincere. Honestly, the shit yesterday hurt, but now I'm on fire right now this morning. And y'all can clearly tell, right? Now, if I would have had so-and-so the reporter on my show, if I would have had so-and-so the reporter on my show, then it would have probably went bonkers. I get it. The people fear honesty. They feel independence. They feel truth. Speak out who's unapologetic and independent that doesn't need anything from anybody. So I'm public enemy number one. But it's cool, keep it. Tuck always told you not all careers are for you, period. I'm not scared to admit it. I get you. I get you, sis. But here's the thing. I try to help people, each one teach one, reach down, build another. You know what I'm saying? I get so many people, hey man, how do you use this? How do you do your graphics? What mic do you use? What monitor, what kind of computer you got? So I'm always stopping what I'm doing to help others. But it wasn't reciprocated yesterday at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? At all. At all, man. At all. Ain't it funny how Dez's name came out on the Ring of Honor conversation though? Funny. Funny, heard the man. Don't share his cowboy shit. Hard when the team be talking about his epic, whatever. Okay. So yeah, y'all can get these people up out of here. You way too emotional, bro. Just say who you talking about. We'll be talking all day. It's not just one individual. It's not just one individual. There's multiple. There are multiple people who I'm talking about. And I shouldn't even have, if you're a part of this community, I shouldn't even have to name the people because you know exactly who they are, right? Keep up the work, bro. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving. But like now I'm just saying, we just see things from a different perspective. And so we gotta move a different way, right? So cool. All right, so let's get over to the Cowboys, right? Thank y'all for letting me get that out. You know what I'm saying? Because if I would have got that out on Twitter, they'd be like, Tuck is just being mad, right? Tuck is just being mad. Tuck is just being mad, right? So Cowboys big decisions, right? So to my guy Dom once again, like I said, thanks for the content. Thanks for sharing yesterday. The conversation comes down to Tyler Smith, right? Tyler Smith once again was named being a Pro Bowler. What's up? Named to being a Pro Bowler. And it's money time. So when it comes to Tyler Smith, should we pay Tyler Smith early or should we drag it out into the final year of his contract and let his bag drastically increases, right? So the conversation piece was like, okay, you have Micah, Tyler Smith, DaRon Bland. Those are deals that you need to get done early. So if you have Tyler Smith, and I would say DaRon Bland, right? What deal becomes the priority? And I would say the priority comes Tyler Smith. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Smith becomes the priority that needs to be done first. But I would say it's going to be Micah, Tyler, and then everything after. You know what I'm saying? I rock with y'all, no beef. I work with a bunch of y'all Cowboys YouTubers. Appreciate it. 10-year Tyron Smith deal. Now they ain't gonna be able to get. They're not gonna be able to get Tyler for that one. They're not gonna be able to pull that OP deal. I still don't know how they did it on Tyron, but yeah, they're not gonna be able to get no 10-year. I would say he's probably gonna get 5. Might be like 5-year deal probably. But see, the price value for Tyler Smith's gonna be different because, I mean, are you gonna pay him as a tackle? You're gonna pay him as a guard? Like, you know, he's played both positions. He played both positions well. He's going to have to get his bag, man. So, you know, I think that Tyler Smith has warranted to be one of the top highest paid offensive linemen in the league, right? So I think that's what the Cowboys have to really sort out is who deserves to be the top highest paid, right? You know, I think we have a tough situation right now with Trayvon Diggs kind of going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long is he going to be out? Because if so, corner's going to be a need. But, like, even though DaRon Bland played well, he had the interceptions. Do y'all think that he's warranted being one of the highest paid corners? I don't know, right? I really don't know if it warrants that. I feel like the two people who's coming up for contracts that warrant to be the highest paid is Tyler Smith and Micah Parsons, right? So I think that's going to be a tough decision the Cowboys have to figure out, right? Because you can't, it's just DMV said no, it doesn't. Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like how's it going to really go? But I'm not sure what DaRon Bland's price point is going to be at because, I mean, the pick 6 records and all that, I mean, it's something that you can use as a leverage point, but this past year, it hasn't looked the same. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look the same. He had more touchdowns than some teams' number 1 wide receiver. DaRon Bland? Yeah, facts. But that was, so once again, going back to my opening statements, you know what I'm saying? It's been from last year, right? What did he do this year? It wasn't the same. We got to know when to start letting guys go and keep drafting or going to go busy to fit. I think that's the hard part, right? Because the problem is DMV, and I've always said this, like even before I started making content, I think when it comes to the Cowboys, a lot of players flash contract season. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. A lot of people flash contract season, so it makes it hard, right? Like Osa. You know, it's like, bam, it's contract season. Now here we go with Osa, right? I mean, if you want to say it with Rico, right? You know, his contract season. All right, there goes Rico, right? So it's like, I think that's the tricky situation that the Cowboys put themselves in. And we were kind of saying this on our Cover 3 shows, like, we draft futuristic guys that take 3 to 4 years to boom. Well, if it takes 3 to 4 years to boom, then more than likely they're going to hit right when it's contract time. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, okay, well, he started to show us some things, and he started to play well, and, you know, so you kind of caught in that situation, right? We're not going to win big games until Jerry stepped down and get the hell out the way of his coaches and let them do what they want with their hire. Yeah, congrats to that, bro. Congrats to that. You know, and continue to push, man. Big blessings on the horizon in 2025 for you, bro. Thanks, man. That's dope. That's dope. Good to hear. Yeah, double tap the screen, like the video. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all been watching these morning shows, man. Hell, 7,000 people watched yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm just enjoying talking to the people who want the real, you know what I'm saying? They want the real conversations that to help fix this team. You know, I think that's what I kind of built this community. You know, I didn't build this community for the massive numbers, right? I didn't make easy, digestible content for everybody, because sometimes the bigger the number, the bigger the goofiness gets, right? I wanted a close-knit community where it feels like a family, kind of like everybody knows people. Like, for the most part, even though we grown, I know when I see people in the chat, it's like, I know who that is. Like, I know when I see Sadiq. I know when I see some one-handed bandit. I know when I see a lot of those people, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to build a community that way. Yeah, I froze because my Wi-Fi, I turned my Wi-Fi back on, come out in the garage. So yeah, once again, man, congrats on the dialysis and getting off of dialysis, man. That's dope. But yeah, when it comes to the decision with Tyler Smith, I think you need to take advantage of him early, right? And so the interesting thing that we're going to find out this offseason was that the Cowboys last year, right, they were talking about how they earmarked the dollars, right? Earmarked the dollars, and it was for future, right? For future players, right? So if that was the case, if you saved all your money, you penny pinched last year before the players that you got to sign this year, there better be some instantaneously movement when it comes to getting these deals done, right? It shouldn't be a long, drawn-out process with Micah when you knew Micah was going to warrant top dollars at the beginning, right? It shouldn't be this long, drawn-out process with Tyler Smith when you knew the price point he was going to warrant years ago. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I hope that's the case, because I think the most important thing is not to drag out these negotiations, not having Micah have to hold out, not having Micah having to miss this, not having Micah having to do that and miss, like, we shouldn't have to go through that. Let's get the deal done, get him to camp, get him to, OTAs, all that stuff, right? And get back to football. I want this offseason, it's not, but I want this offseason to be very quiet, business, get the job done, not a lot of circus, not a lot of talking. That's what I love the most about the year prior's offseason, man. Y'all remember how it was just quiet? It was like, oh, the Dallas Cowboys just signed Trayvon Diggs. That's neat. That's nice. It's like, oh, we just got Brandon Cooks. Oh, we just got Stephon Gilmore. Just quiet, under the radar, business moves, no slander, none of that, right? None of that, right? Just get the business done. I don't want the circus. I don't want the drama. I don't want the Micah holdout and, the Zeke Who shirts and all sorts of stuff. Hey, Sadiq, appreciate you. My brother, thank you for always being 100 real. Send my love to Mama Tuck. I will. Thank you, sis, for the support, man. I can't thank you enough. You have been someone who's always been in my corner, always riding with me, supporting the channel. So you're a true ambassador to the community, right? There's a lot of people who say they're supporters or not supporters, they're just followers, right? You are a true supporter. I know whether I go live here or there on the Roundtable show, I can trust Sadiq is either going to be there or at least he's going to share the content and spread the word. You know what I'm saying? At least spread the word. So I can't thank you enough, man. 9 months. We always got to make a signing the effing Super Bowl, right? Right. We always got to make a big deal out of nothing, right? Make a big deal out of nothing. All sorts of stuff kind of going on, bro. Actually, hold on, DMV. Why don't you have a ratchet? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Always got to make things bigger than what they really are. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go, get the deal done, and move on. And enjoy your summer. Like, imagine if you went and handled business in early March, then you can just focus on the draft, right? You don't have to think about holdouts and all sorts. Like, just go handle business in March, then lock in on a draft, and then just be done until you get to Oxnard. But it's like they have this mindset, this mentality where they're just not proactive enough. And they want to sit back and kind of wait for everything. And when you wait, you're late. You know what I'm saying? When you wait, you're late and you miss out. You miss out. I saw someone talking about, Derrick Henry, right? Yeah, we chose. Well, let me talk about that, right? Because I'm having this conversation on Twitter. So if you follow the channel, if you're a true supporter and follow the channel, right, I was very vocal last offseason, me, DMV, boss, everybody, right, about drafting a running back or bringing in a running back, right? Whether that was Jacobs, Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry. Hell, I remember I even saw a tweet about Zach Moss. Like, I was getting desperate. Just bring in a new running back, right? They didn't do it. Went to the draft. Okay, let's draft a running back. Me, DMV, Boss, Big Game, James Law, the list goes on and on. Did numerous shows about drafting running backs. I put out film sessions on Braylon Allen, Bucky Irvin, Trey Benson. I mean, you name it, right? We didn't draft a running back. Okay. I downmarked and downgraded the Cowboys draft because of that reason, even though I love Cooper Beebe, right? I think I gave him like a B- or a C, something like that, right? Because they didn't draft a running back. Didn't even pick up one in undrafted free agency, right? Then they bring in Zeke. All right, cool. So the options again was Ezekiel Elliott, Royce Freeman, Rico Dowdle, Deuce Vaughn, Malik Davis, Snoop Connor, Nate Pete, right? Those were my options at running back, right? So that's what Jerry Jones laid out in front of me. And I was like, well, I'll take Zeke. I'll take Zeke, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'll take Zeke and Rico. Maybe, you want to call Hunter in there, but it's like, yeah. So kind of put that was laid out on the dresser for me, right? But I feel like what happened is a lot of people hate Zeke because the Cowboys passed on Derrick Henry. A lot of people hate Zeke because the Cowboys didn't draft a running back. You shouldn't hate Zeke. You should be mad at the front office. That's not Zeke's problem, bro. that's not Zeke's problem that the Dallas Cowboys decided to bring him back instead of Derrick Henry. That's not Zeke's fault. That is the front office fault. It's just like if the Dallas Cowboys pass on wide receiver again because we got Jonathan Mingo, I can't be mad at Jonathan Mingo. He was minding his business in Carolina and just got notified he got traded to Dallas. It's not Jonathan Mingo's fault that the Cowboys pass on wide receiver, bro. I can't hate Jonathan Mingo for doing something that's not his fault. Folks must think this is a channel that can bring their butts up here and just say anything. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole other topic. DMV, yeah, they hate Zeke because their influencers said hate Zeke, right? And see, that's what people. And getting back to what I was saying, right? You guys know I have a big following, right? on social media. But you have to be careful with your influence, right? Because are you using it in the proper way? And it's a gift that if used in the wrong way, it can become a weapon, right? It's like case in point. You guys know I don't really like Cooper Rush as a backup quarterback. I mean, he's just okay, but I would definitely take another quarterback over Cooper Rush. Now, when you see my critique of Cooper Rush, I'm never saying he's trash, he's garbage, he doesn't deserve to be in the league, he's washed, he's ass, Nah, I say, listen, man, he ain't got the best arm talent. I mean, he's a one-read quarterback. He stares down his read. His football IQ is top-notch, but he gets rattled in the pocket. You know, it's just like I feel like we can get – he's not the most athletic, right? So you're kind of limited in the pocket when it comes to Cooper Rush, but he knows this offense, and he's efficient when it comes to this offense, and he's someone that Mike McCarthy trusts. See, I gave the traits that were a negative and the traits that was a positive. That is my job as an analyst, because I'm not just a content creator. I've told you guys 1,000 times that, right? That is my job as an analyst to give you guys the good and the bad. But if I wanted to, well, that's what I want. If I wanted to, with the influence that I have, I could drop videos shitting on Cooper Rush Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? Monday through Friday. Monday, Cooper Rush is trash. Tuesday, Cooper Rush is ass. Wednesday, Cooper Rush is washed. Thursday, Cooper Rush is bad. You know what I'm saying? I could drag Cooper Rush hate content out all damn week if I wanted to be lazy. But that's the problem is to sit here and act like Zeke, who just came off 1,000 yards all purpose, right? Can't play football anymore all of a sudden. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. I asked some of these people, right? Because what started all this, right? People say, and I'll let you guys answer in the chat. People say, well, the Cowboys force-fed Zeke early in their year, and that's why our run game struggled, and that's why Rico wasn't a 1,600-yard rusher, 1,500-yard rusher, whatever, right? So I said, okay, so what you're saying on Twitter is that Zeke was force-fed, right? You're like, yeah, he was force-fed. So I posted the stats. He had 10 rushes week 1. He had 6 carries week 2, 3 carries week 3. So that is 19 carries across 3 weeks, right? So are we saying that 19 carries across 3 weeks, and in week 3, it wasn't just carries, he got 3 snaps, meaning he touched the grass 3 times, right? So you have to be able to define force-fed. To me, and y'all let me know in the chat, does that sound like force-fed? That doesn't get forced. That's not force-fed to me. Three snaps in the NFL game, that's not force-fed. Now, that's not Jay Tuck being emotional and talking with my gut with those numbers. That is me posting the statistics that shows a counter to your argument. But what happens is people start showing emotion and you're a Zeke lover. You're a Zeke lover. Oh, you just know his family. You just met him. That's why they start all that lazy bullshit. Because once again, they know when it's time to talk ball, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. You can't argue concrete facts. So none of you would say, because y'all are smart, that 19 carries in 3 weeks is force-fed. That's not force-fed. Now, you can say we made the wrong decision by bringing in Zeke over Derrick Henry. I agree. We can say that we made the wrong decision by bringing back Zeke over Braylon Allen. I agree. You can say bringing back Zeke instead of drafting Bucky Irving. I agree. Ray Davis. I agree. Isaac Davis. I agree. Isaac Guendo. I agree. Austin Estimate. I agree. Trey Benson. I agree. Jalen Wright, I agree. That's the fight. That's the argument, which I agree with. We shouldn't have brought Zeke back over what we already had. But to sit here and make up this narrative that he was force-fed, and that's the reason why our running game got to a slow start, it was 19 carries. So, well, Zeke went to the front office and asked for more carries. You damn right. You damn right. Wouldn't you, as a player who just got 3 snaps, not carries, 3 snaps, asked to be utilized more? 3. I mean, you got dressed, you drove to the stadium, you put your uniform on, you warmed up, and you touched the field 3 times. Wouldn't you ask to either what the hell is going on or be released? You see what I'm saying? So there's narrative. So I saw the question, right? Do you actually think Zeke is so good or even solid? I think he's solid. I felt like Zeke Elliott, alongside with Rico, could have got us 600 yards and 6 touchdowns. My expectations for Zeke wasn't anything insane. Do I think he's a 1,300-yard rusher? Absolutely not. Do I think he's a 1,000-yard rusher? It's too much volume, right? 600 yards and 6 touchdowns. That was my expectations. I said maybe in 17 weeks, he can get you around 700, right? Because he just came off 1,000 last year. The year prior, in an RB2 situation with Tony Pollard, he had 836 yards and 12 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I don't get it, right? But once again, it's when you win so much, people want to see you lose, right? But here's what I'm saying. The Zeke battle is not the L that you want to hang on Jay Tuck's record. That's not the one, because it's not. People are like, oh, Jay Tuck, Zeke got cut. It's the last game Sunday, bro. It's the last game Sunday, bro. I even said and made a video that once we brought in Dalvin Cook, we should cut Zeke. And just go with Dalvin Cook and go with Hunter Luepke and Rico. I said that on camera in front of y'all. But did they see that? No, because they just go off of what on Twitter. They just go off what they said on Twitter. Cowboys haters are no capable of using logic when you bring to the table. Of course, it's just weird. It's lazy, but I feel like, honestly, y'all, our society has gotten to a very clickbaiting, trollish culture, and it's what the people like, right? And it's like, you can argue facts. And I learned this lesson, right? It is no knock to, So, all right, so cool. Mike McCarthy wanted Freeman. Jerry wanted Zeke, right? Royce Freeman was cut. He never got picked up once he was cut, right? So who's to say that Royce Freeman was going to be a much better runner than Ezekiel Elliott? Right. Royce Freeman was more unproven than Ezekiel Elliott, you know? But the people who hate Zeke and say Zeke was washed was hyping up Royce Freeman in camp. It's personal with you. Would you rather have a guy who had 836 yards, 12 touchdowns 2 years ago, 1,000 all-purpose yards on a horrible Patriots team, or Royce Freeman, who's been an unproven journeyman and is damn near the same age? You hype one and hate the other. It's personal. But just say just say I don't like the dude, bro. I feel like Rico's getting about the number of touches that he should. I feel like Zeke should have been getting around 12 top of that. Yeah, 10, 11, that's cool. I wasn't saying 35 carries, 45. We should use Zeke like Ashton Genty. Bro, 10 carries, dog. 8 carries, 2 swing passes, and some pass pro. I wasn't asking for the world. Too much front office politics. They need to sit back and let coaches decide what's best for the team. Exactly. I agree. Yes. So Freeman should have stayed over Deuce. because he does specials, right? So yeah, Deuce Vaughn politics. There's all sorts of politics that goes on behind the scenes. But what happens is people point their guns and they aim it specifically at a player. And we've seen it, right? We've seen Jalen Smith being the top tackler on the team 1 year. Everybody hates him because he's slow, but LVE gets a pass, right? We see Tyron Smith. Oh, he's always getting hurt. He's getting old. We need to move on from him. But Zach Martin gets a pass, right? We see Ezekiel Elliott come back, not be a shell of himself, right, but still have some value. He gets villainized, but Jason Witten gets a pass, right? So, y'all tell me what it is. Y'all tell me what it is. Y'all tell me what it is. Why is it only for a certain cluster of players in Cowboys history that gets villainized if they stay too long? But some get to stay as long as you want. Dez Bryant got to go. Dez Bryant got to go. He is no longer what he used to be. Sean Lee, you can stay as long as you want. Sean Lee, you can stay as long as you want. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's Captain Obvious. It's Captain Obvious. Who's Captain Obvious? Is that Hotels.com? It's Captain Obvious. Come on, bro. Us keeping Witten too long. He log jammed our tight end room. The front office allowed him to come back after retirement. Bingo! Bingo! Y'all remember Dalton Schultz and Blake Jarwin? How we allowed Jason Witten to come back and to stop their growth and stunt their growth, right? We allowed Jason Witten to come back and stay as long as you want, even though he was only good for a 5-yard hitch route and a spot route. Jason Witten, stay as long as you want, right? Now, answer this question for me, chat. Who was this young, gun-blazing talent that we see at the running back position that Ezekiel Elliott has been progress stopping? We ain't got one. We don't have one. We don't have one. If we had Braylon Allen and we were starting Zeke over Braylon Allen, I would be raising hell. I would be getting Zeke the hell up out of there, right? If we had Bucky Irving and Zeke was blocking Bucky Irving's carries, I would be raising hell. Man, we ain't. Whose carries is he blocking? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bro, we might start calling the color combos to have the reporters ask the questions. They won't do that. That's, oh no, DMV. Oh no. No. We refused the 1-2 punch with TP and Zeke because we paid Zeke that big deal, right? Yeah, so, but there's no progress stopping this. I'm talking about this time, right? If you wanted to make the argument Zeke versus Pollard, I mean, it really wasn't an argument because it was thunder and lightning. We had the original Sonic and Knuckles. We had the original. You know what I'm saying? We had the original Sonic and Knuckles. Dan Campbell stole that from me. He got that from Soldier. We had the original Sonic and Knuckles with Zeke and Pollard, where we had someone who can break lightning fast, go to the crib, hit his head on the goalpost, but then we had Knuckles who can get you 12 touchdowns in the red zone and couldn't be denied on short yardage and ran hard and put you in the dirt when he put his head down. You got that from Soldier. He got that from me. He stole our whole flow. We had the original Sonic and Knuckles. Now, we got Tails. we got Tails. And I like Tails. Tails was cool, but we got Tails. You know what I'm saying? We got no Sonic, no Knuckles, none of that. You know what I'm saying? We got Tails. Right? So, it's like, yeah. But Pollard and Rico could have worked. They'd have been just fine. Would have loved it. I would have never mentioned Zeke's name. Right? Pollard and Rico, Hunter Lukey, you know, we'd have been good. We would have been good. You know what I'm saying? Well, we wasn't even running Zeke and Pollard like that. We wasn't. So that's why I bring the question is, are we even the type of philosophy or have the right mindset to even want to draft a caliber running back like a Genty, like a Mari Hampton, like a Caleb Johnson, like a Cam Scatterbo, right? Do we even have the philosophy to even draft one of those players and utilize them the right way? I don't know. Bro, get this hockey dude up out of here, bro. Only no honky. Bro, slide. Slide to the left, right? But I do bet on hockey a lot, but slide to the left. Chill for a little bit. Or we got snipers on the roof that'll get you up out of here. I want to go get a wide receiver and a tight end from Penn State. I can get a running back because I think you can get a really good running back in this draft in the second round. I agree. Now, Jalen Warren, the tight end out of Penn State, he gone. Like, he's going to be a first-round talent. Here in Loveland are going to be a first-round talent. Actually, you know what? I can snipe people too. Hold on. Let me get you up out of here. Bang. All right. 24 hours. Yeah. Got him. All right. So, yeah, Jalen Warren's going to be a first-round pick, right? So you have to strongly consider going wide receiver or tight end in the first round. I don't think they would do it, right? But I like there's some tight ends, man. There's some real tight ends, and we're going to get into the film of that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to the film of that. But there's some good guys out here. How early would the Cowboys go tight end? I don't know, right? And it all depends on who returns. Like, I'll let you guys talk, but it's like, yeah, bye, Max. See ya. Slide to the left. Keep talking about hockey in the chat. We're going to slide your ass up out of here, bro. You know, all that trolling and stuff. Yeah, I feel like it really depends on who returns. I was getting, you know what I'm saying? My bad, sis. I should let you just shoot him. You know what I'm saying? Sis was Squid Gaming him. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching season 2 of Squid Games. Sis had the scope on him, but she's kind of letting him cross the line, and then she's going to snipe him. My bad. my bad. All right, let's get him up out of here. But yeah, I think it all depends on if Mike McCarthy returns. I mean, I don't know, y'all. I mean, the way he's talking, it doesn't feel like he has, you know, he's going to be back. I mean, it kind of feels like the last hurrah. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to Mike McCarthy, which kind of scares me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, right? What's the next steps, right? What's the next steps? Off-season questions already. Oh, that's adorable. It's week 17. It's week 17, bro. Week 17. Who are we drafting? Hey, yo, sis. Squid Games him. Squid Games him. Pow. Dave from the 3. Squid Games. You have been eliminated. You have been eliminated. You've been eliminated. Player 153 has been eliminated. Bang. Got him. Don't run. Don't duck. Don't duck. Don't duck. Don't run, Dave. Don't run. Don't run. Don't you run. Don't you run. Don't you run. Don't you run, Dave. Got him. Snipe. Bang. Player 235 has been eliminated. I love Squid Games. It's one of my favorite shows. Cowboys should hire Bill O'Brien. Ooh, no. Ooh, cha. I don't think he's going to leave Boston College anyways. He got a good thing going in Boston College. So I don't think he's going to leave. But I don't know. What are some and I might do a video on this. You know, people are asking, like, if it's not the Ben Johnsons, not the Vrabels, who are some other quality coaches that would be good for Dallas that's out there? And I honestly haven't even researched, y'all. Zim's cool, but no. I haven't really researched it because I feel like when it comes to the Cowboys coaching hire, I hate getting my hopes up, right? And I hate finding a good quality coach. Tuck taking away the fun. Well, he was trying to run, though, sis. He was trying to run up out of here, so we had to put him down before he ran. Nothing but the truth. Keep talking facts. Trade for Shanahan. Man, I would trade for Shanahan in a heartbeat, bro. But it ain't going to happen. Because what what did they have to trade to get John Gruden? Went like 2 first-round picks. Like, it was something like crazy like that. Rex Ryan is more Jerry Speed, which I don't want, Vaughn. Yeah, I want to keep Zim DMV, but as a defensive coordinator, not as a head coach. No, not as a head coach, right? I'll keep him as a defensive coordinator, but not as a head coach. Let's see here. So I feel like when it comes to the coaching hires, is there some college? I know someone kind of mentioned Lincoln Riley. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, as a defensive coach, I need development of these young cats. So would you guys, if we're bringing in a coach, right, would you guys, that's a good question, would you guys want an offensive-minded coach or a defensive-minded coach, right? Build it around Micah and this defense and have a solid coordinator, offensive coordinator, or go get an offensive-minded guru coach and let Coach Zim continue to run this defense. I think I would probably lean towards an offensive-minded coach where I can go get, some guru. I mean, there's not any out there, and Jerry my ears might perk out and hear Kellen Moore, right? But I'll probably say offensive-minded coach and return Mike Zimmer. Because I think the guys really like Mike Zimmer now. I think it kind of took him a minute. But I think I don't want Riley. I just know Jerry and them. Right. Yeah, I don't want Lincoln Riley either. You know what I'm saying? It could be Kingsbury. Would he leave Washington and come to Dallas? I don't know. And that's what I keep talking about. We got to understand is like, when it also comes to the Cowboys, a lot of these coaches, they don't want to be micromanaged. Like, they want to be able to cook on their own. Chip Kelly, whoa. Hey, don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby, with no Chip Kelly. No, sir. Not me. Don't put no Chip Kelly. No, sir. Defensive-minded coach. And see if Wes Phillips Vikings can run the offense. Yeah, possibly. It was crazy. It's kind of getting warm in here, but we're about to be in a snowstorm. About 12 inches of snow or something like you're supposed to get here in Kansas City. So, on to the snow. It's getting hot in here. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably Ben Johnson with Zim. Yeah. Let's say, hold on, DMV. I would like Ben Johnson, man, but Ben Johnson's not coming to Dallas, y'all. I would, honestly, let me ask you this. I'm going to ask y'all in the chat. The Dallas Cowboys re-sign all their players. They do the same thing they do in free agency. It's kind of like just don't sign no big names, right? And they wait till camp. But if the Cowboys went out there and paid Ben Johnson top dollar, would that get you guys to buy back into next year? Would that be enough? Where it's like, okay, we're going to do our same front office ass things, right? But we just paid $15 million to Ben Johnson, hottest coaching hire out on the market, and we brought him to Dallas. Would that be enough to sell you to be like, all right, I'm going to buy back in? It would be different. It would be different. I would have that excitement a little bit, and I would be shocked. Like, oh damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, Happy New Year. Max is back, man. All right, bro. All right, Max. We want to keep you in here, man. Just act accordingly, man. Chill with the hockey talk. You can stay. We need some Cowboy players to stick up to Jerry Jones, and the time we need to go back in free agency. You guys are going to be $100,000 on the table, and you can't have no more excuses. Yeah, I agree. But it's hard to go back and forth with the man who writes the checks. You know what I'm saying? He writes the checks, and no one's really holding him accountable. See what I'm saying? So that's my biggest concern. It's like accountability, right? Accountability. Sadly, the coach's salary doesn't go against the cap. We can spend whatever. Jerry's cheapest. I get it. I get it, right? I get it that Jerry's just cheap, bro. Like, it's crazy that, like I was saying yesterday, is that we don't go for the best of the best. We don't want to go for the top. I don't understand why not. If you have one of the best coaches out there, just go get him. You know what I'm saying? Just go get him. So they said, no, Ben would need the players for his offense to work. Yeah, I agree, right? You couldn't give me Ben Johnson and Jalen Brooks and Jalen Tolbert and CeeDee Lamb and Rico Dowdle and run it back. It's not enough for me, right? But hopefully, if you go get a coach of that quality, those types of coaches, they're going to want leverage, right? They're going to want leverage. They're going to want to get their guys. They're going to want their philosophy. They're going to want to do things their way. And, ultimately, is that really what Jerry likes? No. You know what I'm saying? Is that really what Jerry likes? No. Hey, Tuck, when you about to play basketball, do you go get some Amazon specials or do you go grab some name brand? Oh, hell no, bro. I'm not hooping. Well, one, I am done with playing basketball. My old ass birthday next Friday, I am done with playing basketball. I love the game of basketball. I was actually a basketball player my entire life until my senior, until college, right? Played basketball, didn't play football until my senior year of high school, right? Basketball player my entire life. The other day, last month, one of my subscribers, man, actually Dante, salute to my dog Dante, couldn't find out one of my subs lives around the corner from me. And so I was out walking my dog. He was like, someone yells out CFO gang. I'm like, what the hell is going on here in Kansas City? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's yelling out CFO gang? So talked to my dog Dante, lives around the corner from me. We hung out a few times, went to the bar, watched a few games. Well, Dante has played basketball overseas, like professionally. He played in college, D1, all sorts of stuff, right? So the other day, he calls me and was like, yo, hey, let's go play some basketball, bro. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, it'll be fun to go play some basketball. But I'm thinking, dribble around. We kind of shoot and talk. Bro, we get to the gym. There are like D1 players, JUCO players, players who played overseas, and they are geared up, ready to go. And I'm just like, you're saying it's been too long. I'm not doing that. So, they haven't picked teams yet. And I'm just shooting. That's the one thing. I'm a shooter. Like, I'm a pure shooter. I can shoot my ass off. But my old age, I don't do none of the physical stuff anymore, right? So I'm just shooting from three, and I'm splashing. I'm on a far court. Like, nobody's over there because it's like 4 courts. I'm in court 4 by myself just shooting, splashing. They're like, yo, come on, bro. And I was like, with the whole Drewski, like, me? Like, yeah, come on. We need one. You're running with us. So it's the very first game, right? And we're out there running, and my body is saying, Tuck, you haven't done this shit in years, bro. In years. Like, running on my treadmill is not playing basketball. You see what I'm saying? That's not running, jumping, sprinting, rebound, taking elbows. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my lip busted. Like, that's a whole different game. So if we're out there playing, and it's like, if you win, you stay on the court. Well, my team, we won like 6 games in a row. Like 6 games in a row. Like, we're just winning. I was so exhausted. I was so tired. I was trying to be Team Tank. Like, I was really trying to lose on purpose so I can go sit down for a damn minute, bro. They're like, no, we need you. You're hot. You know what I'm saying? So we played 6 games in a row. Ended up playing 8 full court basketball games in a row, right? I came home. I got home probably like at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday. My wife's like, what are you doing? I went to bed. I was so tired. Bruh, I woke up. I couldn't put pressure on my leg. I couldn't walk. My hamstrings were cramping up. My back was sore. Like, I think I got out of a car crash, bro. And it took weeks before I can really put pressure on my left leg because of all the wear and tear of me playing 9 games of basketball just did to my body just randomly. I am done with basketball, DMV. But to answer your question, bro, no, I don't go buy those shoes out of Amazon. I go to the Nike store. I gotta get my J's on. I gotta get my Nike socks, right? I gotta get my compression shorts. I get all my best equipment before I go out there and play. Yeah, bro, basketball. But see, what happened was though, it's like I said, I'm a hooper. Like that's what I do, right? So in my mind, I'm like, Tuck, you can take this guy, right? You can take, and see, and what happened was, I am a quiet person. Like, contrary to what people think, I don't talk too much, right? But I don't really talk a lot. But there was one guy out there, and like, I was locking him up defensively, and he started talking shit. And he started talking shit. He started barking. I'm fouling. I can't guard him. I'm soft, whatever. And me, that switch hit. And then it was like, no, he ain't talking to me like that. So I, laced him up, little step back, 3, and I'm barking on him. I'm barking all on his fucking eardrum. You know what I'm saying? So I came alive. So like for 4 games, I came alive and I was dogging. But my body was like, Tuck, calm this shit down, bro. We are not built for this no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out there banging. I'm out there talking. I'm on his ear. Tell him swing if he wants to. We can I'm on that type of demon time. You know what I'm saying? My body's like, yo, Tuck, bro, chill. We don't do this no more. You are not 18 anymore. You're not 22 no more. When we was running around dunking and stuff, we ain't that no more, bro. So calm down, because we got about 1 game left. In the final game, right, I came down, I stole the ball from dude, and I was a full court press, right? Full court press, stole it from him, and I broke for a layup. Bro, my calf tightened up, hamstring pulled, and it was like, all right, bro, I told you we're done. We are done. We are out of here, man. So yeah, I'm done with playing basketball like that. If I go hoop, man, I'm just gonna go shoot around with my kids, play horse, stuff like that. DMV engaged, Tuck PTSD again, telling that story, man. Bro, that basketball kicked my ass, bro. But see, now I got to get in basketball shape because Dez keeps talking, you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. And he keeps talking like he want to hoop and do all this stuff. But it's like, bro, it's like the wear and tear, bro, in my body's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like jumping on my knees and, all sorts of stuff, man. But I have fun, but I paid the price after that, man. So, I want to play games, like old people games, like golf. Be a bowler, darts, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, get my competitive drive, bro. Basketball and flag football and all sorts of stuff, man, I'm done with that. But no, I don't go to Amazon to get my shoes, my hooping shoes, right? I don't go to Ross. I don't go to Marshalls, right? No knock to people who do that, right? But the Cowboys do. Now, end of the day, can you go to Marshalls, and can you go to Amazon, and play in a pair of Starberries? Y'all remember when the Starberries came out, or the And1 shoes came out, right? Can you still hoop in some Starberries? Yeah. But y'all remember what happened with them And1 shoes, right? When Saquon Barkley blew out his ankle, almost in his career, first game in a pair of And1s. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can do it, but it's not the same. It's not the same comfort that you're getting when having those Nikes on. For the second time in my life, I have to wear a knee brace. Honestly, I don't wear my knee braces like I should, but when I'm on a squat rack over here, I'll show y'all my gym. People are asking for it. Let me show y'all. So this is my home gym, right? So take that off. So my home gym. So like there's my rack, right? And then there's my bench. Lat pulls, there's my dumbbells that I use. This thing is my assault bike. It's a fucking death machine. And then this is my assault treadmill to kind of go with it. So once again, there's no motor in it. So I just walk like this and this goes with me, right? So if I stop, it stops. See what I'm saying? So that's kind of my little gym. So right now it's the, new year, new me crowd at the gym. Gyms are getting packed. So typically what I'll do is it makes it easy for me to come in here, get my workout in and be done, right? I really have fun in here in the summer though. When it's hot, and it's like I can't breathe in here and it's like sweating. Like my wife hates it. Like, my wife hates the gym, because it's dirty, it's grimy. I have my trap music blasting, plates clanging. She hates that. So she goes to a nice little friendly gym. They have like little misty waters and fruit waters and stuff like that, right? But when it's kind of time for me to get down, get in the trenches, I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, like, appreciate you, bro. Like, this is like my man cave. Like, this is where, besides the studio that you guys see me in, like, this is where I really be to clear my head, get my thoughts done in the morning. Because typically I work out and lift in the mornings, and I try to do my cardio in the afternoons, but my trainer is changing my regimen. So I'm trying to do morning cardio, morning walks, what I'm doing with y'all right now. And then I'll come back and I'll come lift tonight, right? So lifting here is not bad. It's just when it gets like freezing, like -15 out here. Like, y'all see it when I come out here and y'all see air coming out my lungs when I'm talking to y'all, because it gets so cold out here. And it takes a minute for my heater to turn up. But as of right now, it feels good in here, man. So I'll come out here, crank up my music, clear my mind, lift, clang plates, spit, chalk everywhere, be nasty, be aggressive, and set the tone for the day. So that's what I like, you know what I'm saying? So, but my wife, I think my wife probably been out here like twice since we had it, you know what I'm saying? She's like, it's just dirty. It's you know what I'm saying? You don't wipe down your seats after you. I mean, I'm the only person in here. I'm not wiping off my equipment after every fucking use. Sometimes I'm just in my bag, you know what I'm saying? So, that's what I really like about having my home gym. Like, I think having your own gym, if you can have it, is the best investment you can ever have, man. It's because you just kind of get mental clarity. Don't have to worry about a lot. And y'all know me, my schedule is like tight, right? With shows and content and traveling, right? So it makes it easier for me to kind of come in here in the gym and get things done. But I still will go to the gym with my wife, because what I do miss is like the human aspect, right? I don't get the, hey bro, can you spot me? You know what I'm saying? Because with this, even though I have the safety rack, like, it's hard to go for PRs, right? And honestly, at my age, I shouldn't be going for maxing out in PRs and, shit like that, right? But just for me, set my mindset, I go for it, right? You don't get that human element, you know what I'm saying? You don't get that human element of being in the gym, being around people. Sometimes, fellas, there's motivation at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the human, exactly. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, when you don't feel like getting the extra 25 or that extra 45 plate up, there's that extra motivation that I gotta get this shit up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't get that, you know what I'm saying? So, which my wife, she likes that, right? Because at the gym, man, there's gonna be some times where it's like, hey, how are you? I was like, no. Like, nah. So it's like, yeah, I kind of like, I like that sometimes, being in that environment, being around people, but for the most part, it's like, yeah, he ain't lying. He not lying, bro. When I was in Dallas for the Texas game and went to the Jake Paul fight, right? So I went to a gym down there. I don't know how y'all do it in Texas. I honestly don't know how y'all go to the gym and work out in Dallas, Texas, bro. It was just like, I'm like, bro, like, like, one, I wasn't dressed properly. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, is like, when you go to the gym, like, wearing shit like this, like, I just got like a hoodie, stocking cap on, some sweatpants. Like, I can be bumming because I'm in my own house, right? But then when you go to the gym, you got to have your matching Nike stuff on, you know what I'm saying? You got to have your tight, your compression shorts and your shorts and, all that type of stuff, right? Looking cute. Make sure your edge up is clean, you know what I'm saying? If not, have a nice fitted on. So you got to look the look. Well, I was just staying at my mama's house, and I'm like, man, let me go to the gym real quick. So I was tossing like a hoodie and like some sweatpants real quick. I want to get my workout in before the Jake Paul fight. Bruh, when I walked in there, it felt like I was in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt like I was in the club, and I was like, Tuck, you are not dressed for this type of occasion, bro. You are not. What's going on, my guy? You are not dressed for this occasion to be working out in Arlington, Texas, in a hoodie and some sweatpants, bro. you might need to go home and change. You know what I'm saying? You might need to go home and change because this spot is jumping right now. You know what I'm saying? And it was so bad, DMV, bro. The whole time I was in the gym, I couldn't work out like I wanted to because the only thing in my mind is like, damn, Chuck, you dress hella, you look homeless right now. But I wasn't planning on that. I was just trying to find a quick gym to go get a quick workout in. I was like, damn, dog, you look homeless. And there's all this opportunity walking around. You know what I'm saying? So next time I'm in Dallas, I'm gonna get dressed to impress. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do none of that. I ain't gonna do none of that. I'm gonna dress bummy and go to the gym, man. But it's like, yeah, you don't get those extra motivations working out in the gym by yourself, man. But it's like, sometimes it just is what it is. Sometimes you don't need all those distractions, right? And I like if I can come to my gym, I can get in and get out, man. So my focus this year is that I really want to get lean muscle. Because it is funny, right? Because DMV will tell you all about this, right? A lot of people see me on content, see some of us as content creators, whether you see us on Twitter or whatever, and they think that we're small. You know what I'm saying? They think that we're small because of our profile pictures or we're sitting down talking. It's like, I'm not a small guy. Right now, I'm probably at 230, right? And I'm not a small guy. I look small in my avatar, but I'm not a small guy. Like Rome is big as fuck. Like Rome would probably be a starting defensive tackle on the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Like Rome is big. So people think Rome is some small little dude or DMV, some small little like, bro, he's big. You know what I'm saying? Like even like Law is stocky too. Okoye is stocky. Boss, stocky. Like we're not just small little nerdy content creators. We're big. But my goal for this year is I really want to lean down and I really want to be like 185. So I'm trying to cut from 230 to 185. Speaking of the devil, man, Cowboys fan talk, bro. I'm trying to tell them we're not little content creators. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people don't understand. Like people are like, oh, Jay Tuck is only 5'6" and he's frail. I'm like, bro, I am not 5'6" and frail. Like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I look small compared to NFL athletes. Yeah, I look like a toddler compared to Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I look like a toddler compared to Cam Newton, but compared to the average person, I'm not small. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but personally, man, I want to get down to like 185. So what that's like 45 pounds, 50 pounds, something like that. Yeah, I'm bigger. I'm 230. So I'm like 6 foot, 5'11", 230 right now, right? So I'm bigger than Dalvin. Of course, I'm bigger than Deuce. I'm probably bigger than Zeke right now. Who else? I mean, just think about this. Micah was what, 245? You know what I'm saying? So we're kind of like right around there. It's I'm small without the nerdy. I'm 5'7", 185, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but the thing is, I want to maintain the muscle, right? So I don't want to be like just skinny, right, at 185. I want to be lean, where it's like, I want y'all to be like, Tuck looks sick because he got veins all out his neck and creases in his arms and cut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm really trying to get this year. But it's work, like bodybuilding, sculpting. Yeah, so Rome is 6'2", 295, after the holidays 300, right? So Rome is damn near Mozzie Smith size. You see what I'm saying? But there's people, man, if I see Rome, ain't nobody, I'll see Rome, I'll talk shit to his face. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. Not at all. You're not. I say the same shit to Rome's face. No, you won't. You'll say it from over there. Yeah, you'll talk shit from over there. Bro, he's like, Rome is bigger than the Dan Quinn Mozzie. You see what I'm saying? He's bigger than the Dan Quinn Mozzie. Cowboys will never be all in. Y'all have to, Jerry's the owner. Yeah, I've been outside plenty of times. Everyone friendly, hella friendly, right? And that's another thing y'all tell y'all, man. It's like, sometimes, like we got Eagles fans right now, you get the trolling and all sorts of stuff, man. But sometimes you have to remember, it's just all online. It's all GTA, simulation. It's not really how people feel about you in person, right? I've been at numerous Cowboys games. Y'all know I'm there at the games constantly, especially when we're winning, right? and it's always been love, right? The one time I thought it was going to be hate, one of my biggest online haters, he was a content creator. He saw me. He has his wife and his kids. He was walking towards me. I'm walking towards him. I knew who he was. He knew who I was. He stopped, paused, and turned the other way. So it's like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like I don't promote violence or any of that. So people think that I'm all rah, rah, rah. The only time I've kind of done that is when people threaten my family and talk about my family, right? So rightfully so, as a man, I'm gonna protect my family. You say something about my wife and kids and you're gonna do this to my wife and kids, well then yeah. If I see you, it's gonna be a different type of energy. But if it's just like Tuck's a clown, he has horrible takes, blah, 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 blah. That's just internet shit. Like, I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that. You can, you wanted Zeke. You call me a Zeke. You can call me a Zeke lover all you want. You're a Zeke loving lover. You old Zeke loving ass lover, right? Whatever. Just don't talk about my family, bro. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So, people, and the problem is the people that were talking about my family, they live here in Kansas City. You see what I'm saying? So, since I know you live here in Kansas City and you're talking about what you may or may do to my family, then I had to call you man to man to see what you're going to do to my family. I wanted to hear it. I wanted to hear it from you. But of course, what did those people do? They ran to the internet and like, I can't believe Jay Tuck just called and threatened me. Oh, well, ain't that something? You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I know it's all internetish things, right? It's just like it's like GTA, right? You go, and I came up in the community, right? We played Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. People would hop online, their headset, they say this, say that, say this, say that, say this. They don't come from their own home. It's the same thing when it comes to social media. I don't take it too at heart anymore. But like I was saying earlier, as content creators, D. Sanders would be a good coach, but as a fan, I don't really want him here. I think Dion could eventually change the culture, right? But I don't think it would be an instant fix. It would take, so let's say, for instance, all right, boom, Dak is done. We're about to move on from Dak. We still got CD, kind of older CD, older Micah, but we're kind of in a rebuild phase. I would welcome Dion to come in and rebuild it. You know what I'm saying? Give him 3 to 4 years to rebuild it. But for wanting to win now mode, I don't think Coach Prime is win now mode. You're talking about my family includes you, Rome, and Mark for me. Yeah, exactly. And it's hard, right? Because also as content creators, we got to allow some people to fight their own battles. But there's some things I see in our community where some of our women get attacked and criticized and how they get talked and treated about. And I personally don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't like that shit where I see some of our women being called villainous things or the things that go on behind the scenes with some of our women that they're getting, they get hit on. And if they don't move accordingly, then they get outs in the community or outs in the whatever, right? There's some shit that I see that I don't like. And I don't call it out because my sisters are strong enough to fight their own battles, but I see it, right? I see these scumbags for who they really the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? They might be gods to you. They might be favorites to you. But not to me, though. Not to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit they won't cause in person. Yeah. So it's like, that's where I'm at, bro. So he gets Tuck to talk about what I meant. It's all, yeah. So, yeah. It's just like, yeah. It's just, because like I said, when you come into this content space, it starts off as us just being fans, right? But you build lifelong bonds with people. Like, whenever this is said or done right, I will still be talking to DMV and Rome on a daily basis. My channel got deleted tomorrow, or I got a brand new job and I'm doing something else. I'm still talking to DMV and Rome, right? I'm still talking to Mike Tag. There's friendships that you build that last a lifetime in this community space. You see what I'm saying? That goes outside of just football, right? And so you become protective of that. You know what I'm saying? You become protective of it because it's not easy. We know the sacrifices that everyone makes, right? We know the sacrifices that everyone makes to do this. It's not easy, right? Hell, I've been up talking to y'all for an hour and 40 minutes, almost 2 hours, you see what I'm saying? Before most people even wake up, right? And I don't have to do this. I can actually just come in here, do my workout, and be done for the day. But I enjoy y'all, right? I enjoy y'all. Some of y'all give me peace. I love the support. And I understand that the higher I grow, the busier I become, right? I might not have the opportunity to sit down and talk to y'all every day. So I want to make it my mission where even if it's an hour walk, 30-minute walk, 20-minute walk, at least I'm coming talking to the people that support me. I'm done with the followers. I'll say it publicly, fuck the followers, right? I'm doing shit now moving forward for my supporters, right? For my supporters, the followers don't mean shit, right? If my Twitter goes from 35,000 to 20,000, it doesn't matter. I'm already locked into a guaranteed contract for my Twitter for the upcoming football season, so it doesn't matter, right? I'm done doing shit for followers. Moving forward is all about supporters only, right? I don't give a damn. What do you think about the Eagles sitting Saquon? I mean, from a fan perspective, from a football fan perspective, just looking objectively, I would like to see Saquon go for the record, right? Because it's probably something that we'll never be able to see in our lifetime. I didn't see Eric Dickerson break the record or whatnot, right? So from that standpoint, I would like to see him go for it. And honestly, he can honestly get it, right? But from a football perspective, you don't want to take the risk because if you play Saquon, you got to play the starting offensive line out there. You know what I'm saying? So other stars have to play, and you put them at jeopardy for the playoffs. And when you're playing a team like the Giants, who you know Saquon has that right connection that he played for them last year, right? They're really playing with nothing to lose. And the pettiness that can happen, you know, with him trying to go for the record versus New York, you don't want to risk it, right? So case in point, high school football, we were in sub-state, so getting ready to go to the state championship, right? No. Well, we're getting ready to go to the conference finals, right? The game for the conference finals, right? So we were playing our rival school, which is Southeast, and we were blowing them out like 35-3, right? 35-3, right? So our coach left our starting quarterback in for the fourth quarter, like for one last drive. Let's get one clean drive and we'll be done for, right? So my starting quarterback, Adam Rosenstiel, salute to Rosie, hit like a 75-yard bomb, right? Bam, on the dot, touchdown, West High. We now go up by 40, right? He is walking off the field, and one of the guys from the other team gets pissed off, runs at Rosie while he's walking off the field, pointing to coach, dives at his knee, and shatters his knee in 4 places. Like, just shatter his knee, right? It was the dirtiest, most hateful thing I've ever seen in my life. We're all outside fighting, you know, and when I went to school, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't just fights, right? So people, they were strapped up, so they had to wait. And like, it was the most horrible thing that I ever seen in sports for a more undeserving person, right? And it's just because that jealousy, that hate, that anger, them getting beat, the kid just like couldn't take it. So shatter his knee. Like Rosie had offers to go to Michigan State. He had one to go to Kansas. I think it's like he had some D1 offers, right? But after that, he had to, of course, recover his knee. So the offers got pulled. He went to JUCO, played at Hutch for a little bit, and was just never the same, right? He was just never the same. He got in coaching, right? He's coaching right now. But he was never the same. And due to that jealousy, that hate, that envy, ruined it. So from a football perspective, I wouldn't want to see something like that where it's like Saquon's not going to break the record on our field and you roll up on his ankle or you twist his leg or you do something crazy like that out of spite because they have everything to gain, you have nothing to lose. So I understand it, but just from a football perspective, I would like to see Saquon go for the record. But it was crazy, man. It was crazy. And yeah, man, we were, I mean, I never cried so hard, you know, because you fight for things like that. I mean, when you're in high school, you know, winning a state championship, that's all you dream about, is all you talk about. We had the best running back in the state. We had the best quarterback in the state at the time. Me, I was his blind spot playing left tackle. You see what I'm saying? And I just remember, like, the touchdown pass, I'm celebrating, you know what I'm saying, watching my dog Marlo go for another touchdown. And so I'm running toward the end zone to celebrate with Marlo, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden I look back and I just see Rosie grabbing his knee and screaming. I'm like, what happened, bro? Like, nobody hit you. Like, we were blocking. Like, I know no one touched you, bro. And I saw the Southeast players kind of standing over him with the middle finger. And man, man, bro, we rushed their sidelines. People in our stands jumped over the fence. Like I said, it was a full-out brawl of people throwing hands. I swung my helmet. Like I was, you know what I'm saying? We was in the trenches, right? And then one of my homeboys, I ain't gonna put his name, but he had some people with him. And they started running to the car. That's when shit really got real. I was like, all right, bro. All right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody started running off to the car. I'm like, all right, we need to get to the locker room real quick. It's about to be some fireworks out here. That's a woulda, coulda thing, though. ASAP, your better argument would be that he did it with almost the same attempts or less attempts. Yeah, I mean, granted, it's 17 games, but the record's still the record, right? It's just like with Ashton Genty, right? Ashton Genty gets to go for the Barry Sanders record, where Barry Sanders' bowl game stats doesn't count. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes his record's not even fair, you know what I'm saying? Tomato. But it was still been kind of cool to kind of see him go for it. Speaking of Barry Sanders, right? Barry Sanders, Wichita, Kansas, that's where I'm from, right? So, you know, some of those things, right? I see how Eric Dickerson, my dog Lou in the building. What's going on with you, bro? Appreciate you, dog. I feel like a lot of people are taking Eric Dickerson's comments out of context. Like, of course, when you have a record that's been standing for, 40 years, you don't want to be like, yeah, I want to see my record broken. I want to see myself erased from the record book. Just like, I don't want to see it happen, but if it happens, happens. It's not a knock on Saquon. It's nothing bad or, you know, he's not anti-Saquon. If we all have records, we work hard for those records. We want to stay at the top. Eric Dickerson, as old as he is, he's still a competitor. He wants to stay at the top, right? Just how Emmitt Smith doesn't want anybody in Dallas to ever wear 22 again. You want to stay at the top, right? So it's like, I don't get it. But, you know, of course, the shock jock culture, all this extra shit going on, clickbait culture is what it is, man. But I appreciate y'all, man, for coming to walk and talk with me. We are officially at 3.5 miles, right? So we definitely got our miles in today. Let me go ahead and stop it. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate y'all, man, for letting me vent this morning, get some stuff out. Like I said, I'm going to have to move a little bit different in this community and in space because I see it for what it really is and what I thought it was. But it's all good, man. We're going to keep rocking and rolling. But I really appreciate the supporters, you guys, man, for tuning in, sharing the content, liking the content, being here, rain, sleet, or snow, Monday, Tuesday, early morning, late nights, whatever. We got a lot of good content coming out, man, a lot of draft content. So we'll be doing those late night draft shows where we're just going to break down the film and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Do what we do best, man. Continue to talk football, talk uncompromised football, you know, be right by these athletes, not slander their name for clicks or none of that, man. If that's what I got to do to be the biggest channel or get the biggest budget and be like, I'm not doing that shit, man. So I'd rather just be me, focus on what I think is best and, you know, do what's right. I have to realize, like, sometimes, and I text DMV and Rome is actually in the group chats, like, I have to stop expecting me from other people, you know what I'm saying? So just because I want to carry myself with dignity and honor and I want to have journalistic integrity and I want to do right by athletes and I don't want to quick bait the community and do all these different things, it's like I can expect the next dude to do that or next girl to do that, right? Sometimes they got to get it how they live. Like some of these people, this is how they feed their family, right? Their viewership, their YouTube channels, their clicks is how they feed their family. That's not my case, right? It's all just extra for me, right? It's, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go make money here in the stock market here in about an hour. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I feed my family. But for some others, they might have to take a different approach, right? So I'm no longer going to knock it. I'm no longer going to speak on it, comment on it. I'm going to let them do their thing. I'm going to do my thing. All I ask is for the same respect, right? And if you're going to tweet me, don't tweet me. Send me a link, right? You know what I'm saying? I got the Scully on, but I'm really a nice guy, right? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna come in ski masked up and steal your followers or steal your subscribers or make you look bad on your show if you know ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. That's my focus is you guys, providing you the best content. You know, if you didn't see it yesterday, man, the show I did with Dez Bryant was fire. I mean, he dropped some bangers in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing about my dude Dez, At first, he was nervous, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of nervous, right? I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You good, right? But eventually he got comfortable, and when he got comfortable, he started dropping bangers about this team, this organization, the culture, the coaching staff, all of that. So definitely go check it out on XPix. If y'all can do me a favor, maybe post that link. I'll post a link in the chat and description or whatever, right? But go check that out, man, because he started speaking the truth. He was nervous at first, you know what I'm saying? But once Dez comes out of his shell, man, he's one of the realest dudes to be around, man. Salute to Dez, man, for having someone that star power, that believes in me. And I think the most important piece is he's not trying to change me, bro. Like, he is really not trying to change me at all. Like, he really believes in me. Like, you know what I'm saying for you guys, for like the Super Bowl next month, man, like he has big interviews and big stuff lined up for me. And it's like, I got to get it right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm talking NFL Network to Sirius Radio to ESPN. He was like, nah, Tuck, you're going to do it. He's like, I'm going to be up there, but you're going to do it. I'm like, me? You know what I'm saying? Like, me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, bro, well, let's get rocking and rolling. Let's get ready, man. So he really believes in what I do, but he really believes in the content space, man. He don't have to do this shit. He has millions and millions of dollars. He don't have to be helping the community. He don't have to bring me and sit me down in front of Mike Rubin and fanatics and all sorts of shit. Like, he don't need me. You know what I'm saying? But I think he finds the value of what I do, and he sees the importance of, you know, people speaking right by these athletes. Like, not telling them what they want to hear, but speaking right? They play good, they play good, they play bad, but how do you fix your bad play, right? That's what it's all about. So salute to Dez, salute to the XPix team, salute to you guys, the subscribers, the supporters. I'm not calling y'all subscribers or supporters anymore, man. I'm calling y'all family, man. Salute to the family. And we can keep rocking and rolling. And I think my dog DMV is about to go live on his channel. So tap in with DMV right now, DMV Fanatic, man. Go ahead and post your link, bro. He's going to go live for y'all, talk a little ball. And that's how I want to do it, man. I want to be able to set the tone where, like, I might start in the morning, and then DMV might go after me, right? And then Skywalker might drop after DMV. And then you might have Law. And then you might have Boss. And then you might have Rome, man. It's kind of like making YouTube an ESPN for content creators when you have nonstop coverage around the clock. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great Friday. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. Go Cowboys. Peace.